Hey everyone, and welcome. Today, we're diving into a project that's all about freedom and adventure, turning a basic cargo van into a full-on home on wheels. We're going to walk through the entire incredible transformation step by step. I mean, it's a pretty powerful dream, isn't it? The idea of waking up to a different view every morning with the total freedom to just go wherever the road takes you, that's really the heart of van life. And it all starts with the build. And when they're finished, these vans can be absolutely breathtaking. This quote kind of says it all, right? It's like magic. A work vehicle completely transforms into this cozy mobile haven. But how on earth do you get from a plain old van to that? Well, before you get to that Instagram-worthy final picture, you've got to start with the reality of it. And that reality is a cold, empty, echoing metal box. This whole thing is a real construction project, and it takes a ton of precision, patience, and a really good plan. Okay, so phase one is all about building the basic shell. This is where we take that cargo space and turn it into a place you can actually live in. The very first thing you do, pure demolition. You've got to rip everything out until you're looking at the bare metal walls. Then comes the really nerve-wracking part. You literally have to cut huge holes in the side of your van for things like windows and fans. You have to measure this perfectly. After that, you build strong wooden frames around those new holes to give them structure and something to seal against. Now, this next step is one you absolutely cannot skip, and you have to do it before any walls go up. We're talking about insulation. And this isn't just about staying warm. It's about keeping the van cool in the summer, making it quieter, and this is a big one, preventing condensation. That moisture can lead to mold and rust, which is a van killer. So, when you're looking at different materials, the key thing you're going to see is R value. It's actually pretty simple. The higher that number, the better the stuff is at keeping heat where you want it, whether that's inside on a cold day or outside on a hot one. And as you can see from this chart, you've got some choices, and they all come with trade-offs. You've got spray foam over here. Its R value is incredible, the best of the bunch. But wow, look at that price. And it's definitely not a beginner-friendly DIY project. On the other hand, things like Havelock Wool or 3M Thinsulate are awesome for DIYers. They're way easier to install and do a great job with moisture. It really just comes down to your budget and what you're comfortable working with. Okay, just as important as what to use is what to avoid. Do not use standard fiberglass insulation from a house. In a van, it acts like a sponge, trapping moisture right up against the metal walls, which is just asking for rust. And that foil bubble wrap stuff you see everywhere, it just doesn't have a high enough R value to do the job right. Seriously, avoiding these common mistakes will save you a world of hurt down the road. All right, the shell is insulated. Now it's time to install the van's vital organs. This is where we bring our new home to life by running all the electrical and plumbing systems. So while the walls are still open, this is your chance to run all the wiring. You have to plan out where every single light, every switch, and every outlet is going to go. The heart of the whole system is usually a big battery bank, which gets charged up by solar panels on the roof. That's what gives you a self-sufficient powerhouse and the freedom to go completely off-grid. And believe it or not, you can even put a full shower in a van. It's tricky, for sure. You start by framing it out, running all your water lines, and putting in the shower pan. But the most important part, and I cannot stress this enough, is waterproofing the entire thing like crazy before you even think about putting up tiles. You do not want a single drop of water escaping into your van's structure. And now we get to what is, for many people, the most satisfying part of the whole build, crafting the interior. This is where that insulated box finally starts to look and feel like an actual home. Here's the thing you learn fast. Nothing in a van is standard. The walls are curved, the floor might not be perfectly level. It means that every single thing, your cabinets, your bed, your benches, has to be custom built from scratch. You have to measure and cut every piece to fit perfectly. It really is like playing a high-stakes game of Tetris. And this is just a perfect example of how personal and detailed these builds can get. This isn't just about making something functional. It's about making it beautiful. I mean, can you imagine parquet flooring in a van? It just goes to show you that your home on wheels can be every bit as stylish as a house that stays put. Okay, we've seen the dream, we've gone through the process, but now we have to get real. Let's talk about the hard numbers, the cost, the time, and the risks that you absolutely have to know about before you even think about starting. So let's just put a real number on it. This is from an actual build. A newer van might set you back about $40,000. And then the conversion itself,
All the wood, the insulation, the solar, the batteries, that can easily be another $38,000. This is not a cheap hobby, and you've got to go in with a realistic budget.
And here's a number that is just as critical as cost: weight. That's over 1,000 pounds of just the build materials. Every van has a strict maximum weight it's legally allowed to be, and if you go over that, it's not just illegal, it's really dangerous. It affects your brakes, your suspension, your handling, so you have to be thinking about the weight of every single thing you put in.
This leads to the big question. Should you do it yourself or hire a professional? Look, a DIY build is going to save you a ton of money on labor, and you get total control over every little detail. But it takes a huge amount of time, and you're going to make mistakes. A professional build is fast, the quality is guaranteed, but you're going to pay a lot more for it.
And finally, the boring but super important stuff, the paperwork. You might need to officially re-register your van as a camper van. You will definitely need specialized insurance. Your regular auto policy won't cover it. And to get that insurance, you'll probably need your gas and electrical systems signed off by a certified pro. Don't skip these steps.
So that brings us back to the big question. After all the cost, the weight calculations, the hundreds of hours of work, and all the legal hoops you have to jump through, is it actually worth it? For a lot of people, the answer is a huge yes. It's so much more than just a van. It's a key to a completely different way of life. But it's a journey that takes just as much hard work and planning as it does a passion for that open road.